What up, what up, what up? Want to welcome everybody to another episode of Sports Fan Talk. I'm your humble host, Big G.
It's your boy, Raider Mike.
And the young architect back at it again, man.
Yes, indeed. We got another action-packed show for you tonight. Now, some of the show topics will be Aaron Donald's retirement, Justin Fields getting traded to the Steelers, who will win the Western Conference, the tight conference up there. Who should the Bears draft? Why are all these teams turning down the NIT tournament? And since MJ left the NBA, who has been the most influential player? And what do you think of the NFL having the 18th game to the season? But starting it off, had a retirement this week, y'all. The menace known as the 6'1", 280-pound devil. No. That man
was more like 5'11", 6 feet.
Another 6 feet tree stump. Aaron Donald, he retired, man.
Yes.
That man retired with 111 sacks, 24 forced fumbles, drafted number 13th overall in the 2014 draft, and was a menace out of the University of Pittsburgh. Architect, you the leadoff batter. Tell me what you think of this man.
I mean, let's talk about him, man. 10-time Pro Bowl, 8-time All-Pro. You know what I'm saying? The Super Bowl champion, all-decade 2010s team. I mean, in my opinion, well, he's the greatest defensive player of my generation. Of this current era of football, he's the greatest defensive player. He's better than J.J. Watt. He's better than whoever else who else can I think of that's up there like that? I guess I can only compare him to J.J. Watt for real. Comparing him to
you got to compare him to some D tackles though.
No,
there are no D tackles that compare to him in this era.
John Randall was D.
No, this era. This era. We're not talking all time. To me, he's second all time. The only reason why Lawrence Taylor got it over him to me is because Lawrence Taylor got that MVP. Like Lawrence Taylor was out there. Like he's the reason he literally made the left tackle a priority in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? But Aaron Donald, I'm not going to take anything away from him, man. The man played 10 years. In all 10 years, man, he was phenomenal. Coming in, he had 9 sacks at a defensive tackle. They would literally move him around just for him to see where the soft spot was in the defense. There wasn't a single team when they played the Rams, whether they were in St. Louis or LA, from the second that Aaron Donald touched down, that they didn't have to make a game plan around him. I go back to his 2018 season where he had 20 and a half sacks, where quite literally he could have won MVP. There were talks of him possibly winning MVP. That's how good Aaron Donald was. You know what I'm saying? Even this year, where you call it a quote-unquote down year, the man still had 8 sacks, played all 16 games. He's only never not played a full season twice in his career. You know what I'm saying? An Iron Man, you talking about teams sending triple teams at him, he's still getting through. That's insane. That is what you call. He is a generational he's a once a generation type player, and he'll definitely be getting his gold jacket the second he's eligible, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, he's first ballot,
like through and through. I did see something where I think he's coming out with an interview later on this week or next week, where basically he said he just didn't. He'll always love football, but he didn't love playing anymore. He felt complete almost. And I kind of felt that after he won a Super Bowl. After he won his first Super Bowl, there was a whole talk about him possibly retiring and stuff like that. But I'm surprised he stayed, 2 more years, played until he was 32. But hey, hell of a career for a hell of a guy.
Yeah. All right. Raider Mike?
Well, all I gotta say is about Aaron Donald. He just was he changed the game of defensive tackles, way the defensive tackles get paid and the way that they play. I mean, the man was only 6 feet. With a step stool.
I'll
say with 6 feet with a step stool or some shoe enhancers. But he was a light-skinned Debo. And he was punking people, taking chains, and taking bites. I have to give him that. I mean, I haven't seen a player like this. I mean, there's others that were good, but I think if I got to just go ahead and just rank him, he's number one. He's got to be the best defensive tackle to ever play the game. Far as I'm concerned, far as what I've seen, and I've seen a lot of good ones, but I ain't seen none of them get 20 sacks.
He's better than Warren Sapp, huh?
Well, let's go back.
Yes.
No, he's not. No, he's more athletic. Warren Sapp was more athletic, but far as I don't know. I mean, I'm just going. I think he is though. I think he has to be because he getting double teamed.
He is better than Warren Sapp.
Warren Sapp was great. No, don't get me wrong. Warren Sapp was great.
Better than Mean Joe Green too, huh?
Better than Mean Joe Green. He's more athletic. No, Mean Joe was raw too, but I'm just talking about the stats. Don't tell no lie. What he did. That's
true.
The stats just don't tell no lie. Remember back in the day, defensive tackle back in the 70s and 80s, they wasn't getting sacks like that. All they was just trying to really do was, run stuffers and get some sacks here and there. That's what they were. But now, I mean, shit, Aaron Donald turned it into defensive tackle, damn near he was like a damn defensive end playing defensive tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't stop him. I mean, if Lord forbid, if they put one man on him, the one man was done. He had what he had that was great to me that I know about him. He had violent hands, very strong, violent hands. If you watch his highlights, watch his hands. They're very violent hands. That's the thing that I noticed about Aaron Donald, the hands. You got to, I mean, the technique, the hands, the power.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what separates him from everybody else, and the speed. Warren Sapp was fast too, though, but I don't know which one's faster. Maybe I think Aaron Donald might have been faster than Warren Sapp. I don't know, or maybe
Warren Sapp had them twinkle toes. Remember?
Yeah, but I think Warren Sapp may have been faster, but Aaron Donald by far is more powerful. So I got to give him the nod on that. I mean, I give him all this respect. I mean, when he first came out of Pittsburgh, when they said, "Oh yeah, this dude is different," I said, "He sure in the hell was." From his rookie year, he was different. I mean, so we know he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, without a doubt. And I wish him well in his new career. Now we ain't got to worry about getting hit by him because Gino. You hear Gino in the NFL when he was mic'd up. So shit.
Did y'all see what Kyler Murray said when he retired?
Yeah, he said, "Thank God he retired." He said, "I'm glad he didn't." He said he ain't got to worry about that food no more. I saw that. Shit, they was glad when Jim Brown retired from football. Jim Brown was stepping on everybody's chest. Them damn defensive linemen said they were so glad that fool retired. So it's like the same. That's a compliment. That's a compliment.
For sure. Absolutely.
He's a game record. But yeah, that's about all I got to say about him. I think he gonna go down as I'm just saying it. I just think he's the greatest tackle to play the game. I mean, I've seen them all. Gregory, we've seen him in the 80s, we've seen him in the 70s, 80s, 90s. He's the best.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I must concur with both you guys, man. The thing for me that stands out a lot when it comes to him, I didn't really know who he was. I mean, kind of heard of him lightweight, but then I remember when the Rams did little Hard Knocks in like 2016. I remember there was a rookie for the other team they were playing. They're having a joint practice, and there's a rookie on the other team that was messing with him. And all that fool's teammates was like, "Hey, man, you better leave him alone, boy." He's like, he's different. You know what I'm saying? He built different. You don't want to mess with him. Man, poke the bear one too many times. And you know what I'm saying? Aaron Donald will have to show what's happening. So definitely when you get the ultimate respect, like just think that the NFL, that's the top 1% of just physical specimen human beings. You know what I mean? These are the biggest, fastest dudes, and they're running into each other. And now, if you are the alpha amongst them, then you's a hell of a dude, man. And he ain't like an imposing figure as far as his height, like 6'4", 6'5", 3 something. Those dudes, when you see them, they look menacing. But you got a guy, like they say, he looks at 6'1", so like Mike say, he's 5'11", 6 feet. just built like a tree stump, man. You know what I mean? And I don't know. To me, it's all about having the ultimate respect of your peers. If you got that, then that says a lot about you. But then also, he had 111 sacks. That put him at like about probably 14th, 15th or something all time. But when it comes to sack percentage per play, he has 0.72 sacks per game for his career. The next closest is Alan Page with 0.68. So sacks per game, he's by far the best. That means he has the biggest impact. You know what I'm saying? So, and then let's not forget, man, when the Rams did win that Super Bowl, he put that pressure on Burrow, man, and made him throw that damn ball.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, hell of a cat, hell of a career, and surprised he didn't retire after they won the Super Bowl. Because remember, after they won, that was like the big talk. Is he going to retire? Is he going to play? But, he still had love for the game. But, like Raider Mike said, it's that time. So kudos to him, man. And, the dude, he's a halfway good-looking dude. He got all his teeth and he got some hair, so he'll get a TV gig. You know what I'm saying?
He'll get something.
You think he want to do a TV? You think he want to be in TV?
Man, you got to – this is the thing. Still got to pull a check, man. You know what I mean? That man's in his 30s. He can't just
sit 32. Around. Yeah, he's 32. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You got to pull a check. It might have, instead of getting the millions per year, you probably get.
No, he'll get a couple million for sure.
I'm about to say, depending.
Fox will give him a couple million for sure.
Well, what about his contract?
About to say, if you see him on ESPN, he ain't getting no millions.
If you see him on Fox, he gets
If you're on Fox or CBS, something like that, you're gonna be getting some money. But ESPN notoriously cheap, so they ain't paying nobody.
Hey, he might break out, his own little podcast or something. You never know.
Hey,
well, maybe he got some other personal business ventures that he got. He might, just like Willis did, just like the linebacker for the 49ers. Willis,
Yeah,
Patrick Willis.
The good thing about it is he has the choice. He has choices. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you never know. These players could go any route. What if he's just like, he lived in Pittsburgh? What if he just want to say, like, all right, I'll do the Pitt Panther games. You know what I'm saying? On Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
What if he just do that? Or if he's in LA, just be like, all the studios in LA, I get a job here. I can, on Fox, get on the Fox lot. Probably be like a 30-minute drive from home or something, So you don't know. But
oh shit.
Good
just
luck
looked
to
it
that
up.
cat.
Just looked it up. Aaron Donald is 28th on the all-time sack list.
Yeah, but that tells you something. He's 28th on the all-time sack list, but he's number 1 at sack rate per game.
Yeah, sure.
That's a hellified impact.
I didn't know goddamn I didn't know fucking Terrell Suggs was up here. He's number 8.
Yeah, Sizzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. When Ray was putting up them stats, Sizzle was, getting some of them intermediate stats. You know what I'm saying?
But I think Aaron is the highest D tackle though. Looking at
he got the most sacks at the defensive tackle, or is it John Randall?
No, he don't. Somebody else got it.
John Randall.
Yeah.
John Randall, and there's no.
It gotta be John Randall here.
Yeah, it's John Randall. He's the only one above him. That's a D tackle.
Yeah.
Listed as a D tackle, I would say.
Yes. So, like I said, thanks for all the good memories and good luck to that young man.
Yeah.
Moving along. Next up, what do we think about the Justin Fields trade to the Pittsburgh Steelers? Raider Mike.
Well, I you know what? In the back of my mind, I was thinking that maybe if he is somewhere where he could go and sit and learn, and I said for a year, and I said Pittsburgh would be good because Russell Wilson I think it's a good spot because now he has a chance to play with some young receivers, some young talent. He's gonna have talent surrounded around him and a defense, and I think that will be good for him. I mean, I don't deem him as a backup. I think Mike Tomlin should really just.
He already told him.
But he already told him. I already know he told him already that he's gonna be the backup for 1 year. But that's because the NFL labeled him as a damn backup, which I totally think is wrong.
Man, I don't think so. You don't. Oh, but I'll let you get yours off though. But go ahead.
Well, I mean, whatever. If they want to think he a project quarterback that he can't throw, he never had any talent in Chicago. So, except for this year, he had DJ Moore, but other than that, they ain't had no damn talent there. So they had horrible coaching. He never got the coaching that he needed to get. Now, Jim Harbaugh would have had his ass like he had Kaepernick. He'd have turned that boy into a star. Know how to use your quarterback. Bottom line, what happened to Justin Fields? They didn't know what to do with him, especially Eberflus. He wanted his own type of quarterback, and I get it. You don't want to get fired for not having drafted the guy that you really want. I get that. But I think it's a good fit for him to go to Pittsburgh, learn for a year, get some seasoning on him, and I think he'll be ready to hit the ground running the next year and put Pittsburgh in a deep playoff run. I just think that he's capable of doing it. But I think he do need a year to hold the clipboard and just watch. And if Russell Wilson get hurt, then he got to go in. So, that's my thing on that. I'm glad he got to go somewhere where he has a chance to start instead of going to somewhere on this. He's just going to be buried behind somebody's bench holding a damn clipboard. He was a high draft pick, and he deserves to be treated like one. And I'm glad for him. Any black quarterback. Like I said, we coming, they coming, there's more coming. They can't stop it. That's the way it is. Like battle ram, you can't stop it.
Yes, indeed. I like it, man. I'll go next on this one. And I think it's a great move for the Steelers. And I think it's just the Bears being the Bears. They waited too long to make a decision what to do with them. And then they had nothing. They had to get rid of him for something because they know they drafted Caleb Williams, man. For Fields, man, you go from one of the bottom 3 franchises in the league to one of the top 3. Steelers, rich with tradition. One thing you can say about them is they know how to win. They have winning ways. Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season. You know what I mean? And he's the longest tenured coach in the league now that Belichick is gone. Bruh. It's a great thing for him. And just think, I don't think this is a thing of them saying he's a career backup. I think he needs a year to sit down and learn the quarterback position. In Chicago, you had no mentors there. You had no one who 100% believed in him and his capabilities. So he had to make it up as he goes. Now, with the Steelers, Russell, he's on a prove-it deal. You know what I mean? He got a veterans minimum. He got to come in there. He got to ball out. So you get Fields. He get to watch Russell. He's a pro. He's a pro's pro. He knows how to prepare. Say what you want to say about his personality, but he knows how to prepare for football games. So Fields gets to sit behind him. It's only going to be for 1 year, man. Right now, Russell Wilson's auditioning for a better gig, And the Steelers, worst case scenario for them, they like, look, Russell could make it hard for us. He could ball out. He could take us to the Super Bowl. In that case, we got a tough decision to make as far as moving forward. But for now, hey, let's let him mentor the young guy. And then at the end of the year, when he want $50 million to play, we'll be like, sayonara, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Go find you somewhere else. We got Justin, and Justin's learned how to play behind you for a year. So we're good to go. Then since Kenny Pickett was acting like a little bitch, when he found out that the Steelers is firing Russell, they was like, what? You don't want to sit behind Russell for a year? We're going to send you to a team where you're never going to start at quarterback. We're going to send you to the Eagles. Now you can watch Jalen Hurts play all year. You know what I'm saying? Like the audacity. So now he did everybody a favor, man. You know what I mean? He made it cool for Fields, made it cool for the Steelers. And look at the Eagles. They're like, hey, if Fields get hurt, at least they got him. That's the only way he's going to play. Is if Hurts.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He ain't going to see the field.
He'll never challenge for a starting.
He won't see the field, smell the field, or taste the field.
Yeah. And then it's how do you like the Steelers quarterback room? It goes from Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett, and Trubisky to Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, and old Mason still holding on over there, man. For now.
I thought he was in free agency. They still trying to hold on.
Nah, he might be a free agent. I'm sure they probably
you're a free agent.
Yeah. So
ain't nobody finna pick that fool up. Pittsburgh gonna pick him up for $10 in a pack of bubble gum.
Pack of bubble gum.
Bubble gum.
I don't know. I think it's great, man. And then hopefully Chicago. I really hope. We'll go to that next. But go ahead, Architect.
I think Mike Tomlin just extended his career for another maybe 10 years if he wants to coach.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh don't like change, so
we know. I think these were signings and trades that Mike Tomlin kind of had his hands on. If you look at it in the past, you know what I'm saying? You look at the Steelers, these guys, like they usually the Rooneys usually go with their guys, and Mike Tomlin just kind of has to put up with it, at least from the outside looking in. I love it. I loved it. When I saw this trade, I lit up because I was like, yes, Justin Fields. Not only is he going to play for a great head coach, a great black head coach at that, a winning organization, an organization that usually treats their players right as long as they don't go, crazy. Maybe.
Damn.
Justin Fields blocked four other teams from trading for him before settling on the Steelers. That only goes in the and I will give the Bears that. They sent Justin Fields where he wanted to go. I give them. I don't like the Bears organization, but that is the one thing I will say they did right by Justin Fields. Good for them. But I agree. I agree with Big G. I don't think this is going to be, Justin Fields is now going to be a career backup. Russell Wilson isn't going to be the starting quarterback next year. For all we know, Russell Wilson very much might not be the starting quarterback this year at some point this season or in the upcoming season. What I will say is, one, they have Justin Fields and they can still accept his fifth year option, which they're going to do. The Steelers are going to do that. Justin Fields, he has an established number one in George Pickens. He has the tight end in Pat Freiermuth. He has the running back in Najee Harris and Jalen Warren. And he also has a hell of a defense. But this is where I look at it like he now has a coach who believes in him. And the Steelers got him for a literal steal. What they give him, a fifth-round pick, sixth-round pick?
Six-round draft pick. Yeah.
And it could turn into a fourth. Big whoop. The Chicago's going to fuck up that pick either way. So, realistically, I am ecstatic for Justin Fields to get. I'm curious to see how this offense is going to look, because whether it's Russell Wilson or Justin Fields, man, that Steelers team is going to look really different, and I think it's going to be really well. I think it's going to do really good for Justin to learn from Russell Wilson, who, by all means, he's not a bad quarterback. He just went to Denver, and Denver was terrible. Like, let's be real. When even in his last years in Seattle, he wasn't a bad quarterback.
He was good in Seattle.
Yeah,
he went to there. He looked
Denver was. I don't know what the hell Denver was doing.
Well, it was freaking. He had to play for Hackett the first year, then the second year.
That's fucking right. Yeah,
he had to play with a coach that didn't want him.
Yeah. So now he goes to Tomlin. Russell Wilson. He's that rah guy. Tomlin's like, all right, we can rah, but shut the hell up. I think this is really good for Justin, man. I'm really looking forward to see how the rest of his career is going to play out now, because I know for a fact Justin Fields' career is going to be 10 times better than what it was than him staying in Chicago.
It is the standard, because Mike will say it is the standard.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, so moving right along, man. Our next topic: who should the Bears draft in this year's draft? And let me be the leadoff batter on this one. Let me get my beat up now. At this point, I'm begging the Bears, please draft Drake May. Please do it. You know what I'm saying? Because Chicago is the place where quarterbacks go for their careers to die. Let me reel off some names for you. Jim McMahon is probably the best quarterback in there. So keep that in mind. He ain't in the Hall of Fame. That's the best quarterback in their history. Steve Fuller, Mike Tomczak, Peter Tom Willis, Eric Kramer, Cade McNown, Kyle Orton. Rex Grossman is probably the second best quarterback in there.
He got him to the Super Bowl, yep.
Brian Grease, Kyle Orton. Jay Cutler, mate.
Jay Cutler, he might be.
Cutler was the best quarterback.
Cutler might be the best quarterback they had, bro.
Cutler was the best quarterback they had.
Yeah, talent-wise, yeah. You got to put it. He's probably the best.
Smoking Jay, baby.
And then you got Mitchell Trubisky. You got Chase Daniel. And I would throw Vince Evans in there, but I like.
I'm about to say Vince Evans played for the Bears.
So say I can't throw Vince. I'm throwing all the trash out there. I can't throw Vince up there. Vince was lasers.
But Vince used to play for the Raiders. You remember the Raiders used to bring him in one of them to throw that 90-yard bomb shit to James Lofton shit.
That's what I'm saying. But it's just like the Bears, man. That organization has been living off the freaking reputation and the legend of Dick Butkus, Mike Singletary, the 46 defense, and Walter Payton, who their dumbasses didn't even get that man a Super Bowl. And the one chance he had to go to the Super Bowl, and you look at that game, man, at the end of the dang game, everybody all happy. You can look at Walter Payton's face, man, tell he was sad because he didn't get a freaking touchdown in that damn Super Bowl. They gave that shit to Refrigerator Perry before they gave it to him, man. And shame on them. After all the blood, sweat, and tears he gave that organization, they couldn't give that man a touchdown, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like the Bears. I don't like the organization. I hope they draft freaking Drake May. Better yet, man, who else? Who's somebody else, man? I hope they draft J.J. McCarthy, man. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't gonna do that.
All right, that's a stretch. Come on.
Come on. They ain't gonna do that.
Man, hopefully. Who's Cal's quarterback?
You don't even know, man.
Cal been so garbage lately. Shit, ain't nobody. I remember.
Ain't nobody.
Let's see who's NCL Jets quarterback. Man. I mean, I just hope they draft somebody. Sorry, man. I hope they're garbage, man. But I don't know. They got action. If they get Caleb Williams, then they got some pieces up there. So who knows what'll happen? But their organization always messes it up. So we'll see what happens. So what do you think, Architect?
The smart thing obviously here is to take Caleb Williams. But I'm just looking at statistically, just like over the last, I don't know, let's just go over the last 20 years. Let's go over the last 20 years. What USC quarterback has been an ultimate game changer coming into the NFL? I'm gonna just list a couple. You know what I'm saying? Mark Sanchez.
He was the best one.
The Bud.
No.
We got Carson Palmer. He's probably the best.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
He is
from what I saw.
Carson Palmer.
Matt Leinart. His best game was against Vince Young in college. Matt Barkley. No.
Nope.
Sam Darnold. He's seeing ghosts.
Yeah, but he's still getting jobs.
He's still getting jobs. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on and on. But I like
Rodney Pete. Nah,
I was about to say Todd Marjanovic, nigga.
You mean Todd Marinovich?
Marinovich, yeah, there you go.
Play for the Raiders.
Boy, didn't need a Snickers. Couldn't eat a Snickers until he got to the Raiders.
But no, I think the Bears, if they draft Drake May number 1, that'll be just great. That'd be great, because that sounds like a Bears pick. But all things they're saying, they're probably going to take Caleb Williams number 1, right? And albeit Caleb Williams is a good quarterback, I don't think he's going to be a game changer out the gate. I think he's going to struggle, just like all rookie quarterbacks who were thrust into the limelight. You know what I'm saying? There aren't a lot of quarterbacks that come out the gates, hit the ground running.
Except you're not going to.
CJ Stroud, Joe Burrow, those type of guys. Yeah, sure.
That's rare air, man.
That's rare. I don't think Caleb has that. If you look at Caleb's games,
I think you do.
But if you look at it like when you saw CJ Stroud in college, you saw Joe Burrow in college, you saw that they had it. Caleb Williams, to me, I've seen him in games crumble. I've seen him give up. I don't want that in my quarterback. I just don't like that. But, by all means, he had a good pro day. He's throwing the ball to wide open receivers and whatnot. They're gonna take him number 1, and we'll see from there. Now, what they do at number 9, that's where it's gonna intrigue me, because the Bears need an O-line. Caleb Williams, whoever they draft the quarterback number 1, they're going to need somebody to protect their blind side. So if they don't take an offensive tackle, offensive guard with that 9th pick, the Bears are screwed.
Shit, they're gonna have to sign another quarterback too. Shit, all they have is Bagent, whatever his name.
They're gonna need over there. They need a veteran quarterback as well. But we'll see how that goes. But Chicago, in all honesty, like on paper, with all the signings they made, and then they traded for Keenan Allen and stuff, if they would have kept Justin Fields, they probably would have been. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they were a 7-win team last year. They possibly could have won 8-9 games, maybe 10.
Yeah, it could have been all.
But now they're kind of resetting the clock, and I mean, I just don't know, man. I don't know. I feel bad. I feel bad for any quarterback going into that situation, knowing how bad historically the Bears have been when it comes to quarterbacks. But we'll see if it's Caleb Williams. I hope everybody who says that you're that guy is right. Because if you're not, all that shit you were talking about, possibly staying in college another year, or even just, people saying that he like right now he's a fucking top 20 quarterback. Like, no, I don't like. That's going to come back and bite him in the ass if he doesn't have a great season. If he doesn't come out hitting the ground running like CJ Stroud, Joe Burrow, these guys, like, that big question is going right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? The eyes are going to be on him. But we'll see, man.
I hope Merrill Hodge ain't correct about it.
He better hope. Merrill Hodge is
but a damn hater. He ain't shut the hell up.
Nah, he was right about Johnny Manziel.
He been right
Johnny
about
Manziel. Yeah, Manziel. I seen that coming though.
He was right about a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
he's right about a few of them.
Huh?
He been right about a few quarterbacks. That's why everybody listening to him now. He been saying this stuff, man.
I think he'll be wrong about Caleb Williams.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think to me, the best the quarterback that I want, Michael Penix or Joe. I want Michael Penix, Joe Milton, one of them two, and they're both sleepers. And as far as this draft goes,
might get one of them.
Yep, we moving up. No, we finna move on up like George and Wheezy.
All right, Brian. Well, let me know what you think about who the Bears gonna draft, Raider.
I just think it's gonna be Caleb Williams, but in the back of my mind, thinking they gonna draft Drake May. Just like you said, it's reasons why. What he's 6'4".
It's the Bears' way.
He's 6'4". He got size. He got some athleticism. He got an arm, rifle arm, but
he's got that milky white skin.
Yeah, and that too. But you know what? Caleb Williams can do things off the script. Is why Caleb Williams is done it as the number one quarterback, because he could do things off the script. He could throw the ball on the run. He could throw across his body. He could do all of the stuff that the other guy can't do. Yeah. And everybody only 6'1", but don't matter. I don't think that really matter. He got the fight of it ain't the size of the dog, it's the fight in the dog, And I think with USC, they had that paper mache defense, another thing. They had the paper curtain. It wasn't no steel curtain. It was called the paper mache curtain. Or the cotton curtain. Shit, they had the cotton curtain at SC. So he had to score 50 points a game. I mean, you give it. I mean, come on, USC defense was lousy. Offense is good. What's the Lincoln Riley team? Offense smoking, defense not. So, and I think that's another thing too. Why? But I would have to put my money on him going number one. And with that 9th pick, and I'm telling you why you don't draft a tackle at 9 or a guard. They still need some firepower. I would draft Malik Neighbors out of LSU. You go get him. You go get Neighbors. 2nd round, go get the tackle. Get your offensive lineman 2nd and 3rd round, because there is no guarantee that one of those offensive linemen is going to step in there and be the next John Hanna at guard, or the next who was that Eric Williams or something for the Cowboys that was vicious at tackle, was grabbing necks, cashing checks. You remember Eric Williams for the Cowboys? I mean, he's very underrated. I don't care what nobody say. I watched him playing against Reggie White, and he manhandled. I love Reggie White. God rest his soul, but man, Eric Williams is manhandling. He was handling.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I think. I think that They need to do that. I think they got to surround them with talent. They surround him with talent, get them tackles and guards in the other rounds. I think he could be good. I don't know if he'll be good as Stroud's though, because it's not a better organization. The Rails organization is very shitty. So, I don't think so. Stroud's was he's different. I mean, from what he earned my respect. I never said I didn't like Stroud because I've seen him in college. He was good, but I said, will it translate to the pros? And it did. So I got to give him his credit. We'll give him his credit. He's good. But yeah, Caleb Williams, I think that's where he can go. But Greg, like you said, Big G, I wouldn't be surprised if they put their foot in their mouth and draft May. Ain't nobody gonna be surprised if they did it.
Nah, not at all.
Because then Caleb can go to Washington and the Raiders can just slide on up to third and give up some shit, give up some picks, and get the boy.
Yeah, you on Jaden, huh?
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. All right. Hopefully it all go into place, man. But next up, we're gonna talk about this idea of the NFL playing 18 games in a season, man. God dang, when does it stop? Architect, man. What's up with it?
Yeah, man. They shouldn't. Let's just be real. Like 17 is good enough. 16, if you're teams are already going into the playoffs banged up, right? Like they're already none of them are 100%. If anything, shit. How many games did they play back in the day? Was it 14? 12?
14.
Like, see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that might have been what did it say? Yeah, there. I don't know why they're in pursuit of trying to add an 18th game. Like you're already multi-billion-dollar.
You know why they do.
Like it's all for the money. I get it, but like
never happened.
But that's the thing, though, man. You're gonna the only way I see the only way they can add an 18th game, they have to add a second bye week, and because if they don't, that just goes to show that they don't care about the players at all. Already adding the 17th game, man, it already does kind of funks things up. But it's just it's not a good look, man. They talk about player safety and preaching player safety and all that shit, and adding an extra game, that's not going to do anything but cause, especially towards the end of the year, those teams that are on the verge of like, oh, they need to win, right? They need to win. You're gonna have teams like how back in the day, like when there was just a few years ago, you're gonna have a fucking at this point it'll be 9-9, a 9-9 team getting to the damn playoffs. I don't want to see that. Like it's bad enough I see losing teams getting in the playoffs because the
9-9.
Yeah, it'll be 9. They'll be 9-9 if it's an 18 game schedule. But like it's just like I don't know, right? So you can't preach player safety and continue to add one game. Like eventually, like is it ever gonna stop at that point?
Yeah.
Is it ever going to stop? When this is a dumb question because it's the NFL, but when is enough enough? You know what I'm saying? I get it. Y'all need money. Y'all want money. If that's the case, man, make the Pro Bowl better. Shit. Y'all can make more money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, something, but like it shouldn't be an 18th. There shouldn't be an 18th game. There really shouldn't, in my opinion.
All right. Raider Mike, what do you think, man?
Well, we know why they were adding that 18th game. Must be money.
Huh.
Gators on my feet must be money. No, but I think what they're going to do, it's about the money and it's about probably have an extra team getting the playoffs maybe, but I know they're going to take away another preseason game. That's why they want an even number too. 17 is not an even number. 18 is even. So I think they're going to take away when they're going to only have 2 preseason games and have 18 games. That's what they're going to do. That they're going to compensate players with taking away another preseason game. I think it would just be 2 preseason games to make up for that. I mean, they're going to be playing an 18 game season, so that makes 20 games. But it's I think that's ultimately what they're going to do. I think it's. I mean, 16 to me, they should have just left it at 16.
Yeah.
To me, I didn't think that they needed 17, but we know why they wanted So in them 2 preseason games, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be cuts galore. First, like, because they're gonna have to start cutting you deep off the first game, because and whenever they put that 18 game in there, I don't think it's gonna be this year. It'll probably be next year, but who knows? They might try to slide it in this year. Who knows? But I think it is a risk to the players' health, but especially running backs. The 18 game ain't good for the running backs.
Yeah,
that to me, because they already devalued as it is, so they're just gonna devalue them a little bit more. Because 18 games getting hit on your knees, your thighs, ankles, legs, I think that they shouldn't, but that is my reason why I think it's the only reason why they trying to. It's about the money, and then all those large salaries they paying these players. Justin Jefferson about to get about 200 mil or something. He about to get 200 mil. He finna break the bank or close to it. So unless they gonna trade him for somebody else to give it to him.
I just seen there's a rumor going around. I forgot somebody was in talks with it. There's a rumor that Justin Jefferson, he's gonna get traded. I forgot who.
Yeah, because they starting all over, and they probably don't want to pay him that money, but they'd be stupid as hell not to pay that man. You brought in Sam, throw it to the wrong man, Darnold. You need a superstar wide receiver. They got Addison and the other dude. They got some Osborne. They got some weapons and the tight end. They got some weapons, and but
the Steelers are looking into it.
They gonna pay him 200.
They don't pay nobody.
Get this.
And Pittsburgh ain't gonna pay him that kind of money.
Who do you think the other team is rumored to be?
Probably the Raiders.
No.
I'm surprised. We already got Devontae Adams. We can't.
No, not the Cowboys. I'll give y'all one more each.
Don't tell me it's the
Chiefs.
49ers. Don't tell me it's the 49ers.
Not the 49ers or the Chiefs. If they trying to get LSU back together again in Cincinnati. Boy,
damn! If Cincinnati do that,
him, Jamar, and Joe Burrow back together again. So that's the thing. Yeah.
Damn, if they do that, boy.
Oh boy,
Burrow stay upright. You might have some damn one of them.
If they're able to pull that off, they better draft nothing but linemen. Shit.
That's what they draft. They better draft.
You got to think they're trying to trade T. Higgins, right? So in order that obviously he'd be a part of that trade. Obviously, some draft picks and stuff and things of that nature. That would be insane.
Yeah, that would be crazy, man.
And T. Higgins would go there and be a star in Minnesota.
Yeah, he would be a star in Minnesota for sure.
That will put Cincinnati ahead of the freaking Chiefs, man.
Absolutely. The Chiefs still got a whole line.
But still,
I would put Cincinnati ahead of them.
As
long as Joe Burrow got 3 seconds to throw,
that's what I'm saying.
He will kill them.
Joe he already beat him. He be beating them.
He beat him 3 out of 4 times. So I think that's like Gail Sarah said, just give me, what do you say? Give me 18 and 12 inches of daylight. That's all I need.
Yep.
I'm going off of this anyway.
Okay.
We'll talk about that in a minute. I'm gonna tell you about something though.
I just think
that's all I got. Huh?
I agree. I think it's too long. I think it's a horrible thing. If it's all about the player's health, which we know it's not, then you don't play that many games. It's about the money. They're greedy. Coaches and players already complain about having a long season, and they want to make it longer. So it's about the money. They entice the players because the players' salaries will go up. You know what I'm saying? But
space, all that. Blah, blah,
yeah, I mean, they entice them enough to get them to agree to it in their contracts. And, of course, the preseason will be cut. It was 4 games. Now it's 3 games. It'll be cut to 2. But then you notice how more and more joint practices are becoming a thing with the teams anyway.
Yep.
So instead of playing the extra game to get a look at your draft picks, you'll just see them practicing against other dudes trying to make the damn team. You'll be having joint practices.
Yeah.
So you'll have that. And then they're going to bump the freaking Super Bowl back to freaking President's Day weekend. So you extend – for the NFL, you're extending the season on both ends, man. You get to start a little earlier to bump baseball off at the end, and then you get to go a little longer to compete with hoop a little longer and bump baseball out of people's minds even more so. So the NFL's king when it comes to sports entertainment, and it's inevitable.
That's true.
It's inevitable. They will have a damn 18th game at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but shit, you know what's crazy? They need to start paying them. If that's the case, I'm gonna be honest. If that's the case, they need fully guaranteed contracts. Fuck that. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But like adding an 18th game at that point, bro, you obviously don't care about the players enough. Add an 18th game, bro.
Yeah, running back should get a fully guaranteed contract.
Everybody should get a fully guaranteed.
Well, everybody, but the running back especially, shit.
Like for sure.
That's when they'll start losing money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But whatever. Say la vie, whatever, man. Next up, we got who is going to win the NBA's Western Conference. As is, we got the top 4 teams. We got top 3. Let's go there. We got the Thunder at 47-20, T-Wolves at 47-21, and the Nuggets at 47-21. I'll be quick on this because I don't have a lot on it. For me, I think if Kawhi Leonard can be healthy in playoff time, I'm taking the Clippers to win the West, man. Just because they've been there, done that. I don't follow the NBA that close to, say whether here or there. Shit, as far as when I was looking at it, man, I was liking the Sacramento Kings, and they've been falling off. So, I would really, for me, I hope the Clippers can win the West, man. I want to see Kawhi and George get a title, but I don't know. Raider Mike, what do you think, man?
Well, Gregory, pick, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna pick superior defense, which is the Minnesota Timberwolves. They look damn good to me. They can defend, they can score with the best of them, but they can lock you down. You see Anthony Edwards hit his head on the damn rim blocking the shot. I'm impressed with Minnesota. I never would have thought. I think the Timberwolves would be good. Since Garnett played for the Timberwolves, the Nuggets, don't sleep on the Nuggets still either now. But I think that the Timberwolves have the defense and they have the scoring. They got the big men. See, that's another thing. They got towers. They got a couple of towers out there, Gregory, and them towers that's that defense, man. I mean, old boy down there blocking all the shots, and Anthony Towns blocking shots.
Go out.
But Gobert is Rudy Gobert. I mean that was the best trade they probably made in a while. I think that they're young.
People were laughing at him at first on that shit too.
Yeah, they're young, hungry, and I think they're ready. Anthony Edwards is a star. Towns is a star. And they bench players be scoring. So I wouldn't be surprised. That's the team who I'm picking to come out the West. I mean, I watching my Lakers. Hey, we ain't going to win. We might be able to sneak in a little bit, but I'm just going by the top. We're not the top. So I'll take the Timberwolves. I just think that they got it. I think this is a year that the Timberwolves get out the first, second round I think they go to the championship, to the finals.
Okay, I like that. I like that synopsis. Architect, what do you think, man?
Yeah, man. Like you said, don't sleep on the Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they're the defending champs. They got it. They got the juice right now. But me personally, I think I'm kind of torn right now. Obviously, if the Clippers are healthy, that's the biggest factor. If the Clippers are healthy, I think they can win
joints.
But the reality of it is, they probably won't be. So that's kind of my out for them. And then the Nuggets, for whatever reason, like I don't think they're gonna go back to back. For whatever reason, my gut is telling me that they're not gonna go back to back. And that leaves the Thunder and the T-Wolves, man.
Thunder is good though.
Right now, obviously, the Thunder sitting at number 1, and they look good. They look damn good. They almost remind me of like, what's it called? Like back in 2012 when they had Russ, KD, and James Harden. They look good. They look like they can be that young team to fight their way to the finals. But I think the Timberwolves might edge them out, man. I like the addition of Rudy Gobert. I really don't care for Rudy Gobert outside of his defense because that's all he really provides. I like Cat. Cat moving to the floor was probably the best thing that happened to him in his career. And Ant Edwards is my favorite player to watch right now, man. Every time you turn on the TV, he's doing something exciting. And he's the clear-cut leader of that team. You know what I'm saying? They go as he goes, and his energy is always through the roof. You know what I'm saying? Did y'all happen to see what happened? Like his reaction when he saw his own dunk on John Collins after he dislocated his finger?
I heard about it.
They had he was on national television. That man said, "Ooh, little nigga," like on national television. Anthony Edwards, he's unapologetically himself. I love that about him. You know what I'm saying? I think the Timberwolves can take it all the way. Because I think whoever comes out of the West is going to win the finals. And I think it's either going to be the Timberwolves or the Thunder, man. But yeah, I think Ant Edwards is probably going to edge it out for me, man. That Timberwolves team is tough, and they actually play defense. Not a lot of teams actually play defense.
And that's the reason why I picked them, because Thunder don't play defense like the Timberwolves.
Nah, they but SGA is nice. SGA
he raw.
Top 3-point guard.
He raw. Gilchrist, that dude is raw.
Yeah.
I gotta give him. He raw.
I think it's gonna be a good playoffs, man. It's gonna be the West is gonna be stacked, and then the East you're gonna have Milwaukee and Boston going at it. It's gonna be something to behold, man.
It's gonna be Boston going.
Miami gonna sneak in there like they always fucking do. Like
maybe into the playoffs, but they ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
not this year.
We'll see. Speaking of hoops, staying on that subject content, let's see. Since Michael Jordan retired, which NBA player has biggest influence on the league? Ray or Mike? Who do you think?
Well, it's out of LeBron James and Kobe Bryant had a big impact. But if you really want to go LeBron James probably has had the Kobe or LeBron. I'm just trying to throw that up in the air, but LeBron is probably going to be LeBron James. I think he has. I mean, you got to give him his credit. I mean, I think but Michael Jordan, nobody tops that. I think just Michael Jordan just was alone. He still stands alone in that. And we all know that, nobody touches that. But LeBron, to me, why I like LeBron better than Jordan far as influence, because what LeBron does off the court, not the LeBron just because of what he does on the court, but what he does off the court and with these kids and all the youngsters follow LeBron. He got his following like Jordan did too, but LeBron just a better person. I got to give it to Kobe. I love Kobe. Kobe had it for a while. LeBron took over.
Okay. Architect, what do you think?
For me, it really comes down to two players who I think have truly not only did they kind of change the game, but they also they influenced like a whole generation, even LeBron. And the first one I'm going to bring up is Allen Iverson.
Yeah,
I think Allen Iverson, since Michael Jordan, I mean, you look at it, everybody wears an arm sleeve because of Allen Iverson. Everybody
should have got paid for that shit if he would have got it patented. If when he first was cutting socks up and shit, he should have got it patented.
Yeah, like everybody wanted cornrows. Everybody wanted that rapper style look. Everybody
wanted tattoos. The tattoos.
Everybody wanted tattoos. And then
I agree with you.
He's one of the first smaller guards in this newer era of basketball to really lead a team. You know what I'm saying? He kind of gave hope to a lot of these younger, smaller guards who are like, oh, I don't have to be 6'6", 6'7" to make it to the NBA. I could be that dude who can mix you, who's just faster than everybody, mix you up. You know what I'm saying? Look at Kyrie. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? The Kyrie, he's one of those dudes. I can go on and on. And the second for me, Steph Curry. If you look at today's kids, like kids in today's game, like everybody want to be Curry. Everybody can relate to the 6'2" guy who he's not a big leaper. You know what I'm saying? What's the first thing you really do when you learn how to play basketball? You learn how to dribble. You learn how to dribble and you learn how to shoot. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And Steph Curry, he's done that for an entire generation. An entire generation of kids. Literally, you see kids 6 years old trying to pull from 3 feet behind the 3-point line, and they can barely throw the ball up. You know what I'm saying? Like, those two guys right there, I think they made it so relatable to the average person. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be 6'8", 260 to live out my basketball dreams. You know what I'm saying? Prime example. Look at Trae Young. Everybody thought he was going to be the next Stephen Curry. He's literally like trying to be a carbon copy almost. You know what I'm saying? He's carving out his own lane a little bit now, but like, let's be real. Like a lot of these guys, their inspiration, they're the smaller guards because these smaller guards they're more relatable. They're more average. They're more like, oh, I see that guy walking down the street more than often. I see a guy that looks like LeBron James or Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. Right. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it would definitely be those two who have been the most influential to the game of basketball since Michael Jordan.
I think I agree with you now. I don't know why I didn't say Iverson, and I've been thinking about Iverson. I think Iverson got to be tops because he did change everything. You remember they used to have to dress up in slacks and suits. Iverson came in there with tattoos, a damn wave cap on his head, you know. And I mean, if the cornrow, I believe you. I would have.
Ain't no way. What'd you say?
I had Allen Iverson.
You had out. So I agree. I
have 5 people, but I'm gonna tell you what my synopsis was for that, man. Well, first I had Steph because he changed the way the game's played. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I don't need to go into that. You said that very eloquently, but then I said Shaq too, because Shaq he made the league incorporate the zone defense.
The zone defense.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Did.
They couldn't handle that man one-on-one.
I told him, "Would you get him out?" He said, "You get him out of there."
You know what I'm saying? And then I said Kobe because he introduced a higher level of work ethic to the league. Like them cats wasn't doing the multiple workouts like Kobe was doing. Now it's the norm.
Yep.
Then I said LeBron because he's a physical specimen. He's the template for basketball players now as far as businessmen. He's the first billionaire that's still playing. You know what I'm saying? Jordan's a billionaire too, but LeBron is the first billionaire basketball player that's still playing, active. Yep. And then he's the template also for how to do business outside of sports, and as well as to bring your friends along and have them work, you know what I'm saying, and be a part of your circle still, rather than you going back to the hood, getting in trouble. He brought his partners with him and elevated them.
Yep.
And then, of course, like you said, Iverson, man, he changed the damn dress code. Freaking, he changed the way players look. Cornrows, tattoos, everything.
Yeah.
But overall, if I had to pick one, the most influential since Jordan retired, I'd have to say Iverson because he's what the league. When you look at the league now, man, it's totally the players are feel free to be themselves because Iverson did it first.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Now these other dudes taking it a little too far, painting their fingernails and wearing dresses and shit to the game. But you know
oh no, that's sickening.
The only reason they had that option is because Iverson made it that way, man.
Oh, for sure.
He did. I got to give it to him. I totally think. I have to agree. I think we all in agreement on that. I don't know why I didn't think of him first, but I just knew he did change everything.
Yeah.
And you're talking about practice.
Yes, indeed. And to wrap it up this week, man, I brought in this topic because I wondered why are all these damn teams declining going to the NCAA tournament? The following teams declined to go. You had Arizona State, Cal, Indiana, Maryland, Memphis, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Oregon State, Pitt, St. Bonaventure, St. John, Stanford, Syracuse, UCLA, USC, and Washington. All of them declined to go. And one thing I have a sneaky suspicion as to why is because the Mountain West, they got freaking 6 teams in the damn tournament, man. They got Boise State, Colorado State, New Mexico, Nevada, Utah State, and San Diego State. Now they got into the regular NCAA tournament, and so some of these other teams think they deserve to be there. But the thing with the Mountain West Conference, guess what? They got a contract with CBS. Guess who's broadcasting most of the games for the tournament? CBS. So it looks like the CBS is, had influence on teams from their conference getting in the damn NCAA tournament. So I think this is the way a lot of those other teams that didn't get in, this is their way to silent protest. But for me, I'm like, all right, turn it down to NIT. They didn't have nothing to do with you not getting in the NCAA tournament, for one. And then 2, is it about freaking turning young men into wise men? Is it about developing young minds? You know what I mean? Like, what message does it send to them if you as a coach are declining the tournament and, your players don't get to play? What about the damn seniors that's on that team? A lot of them, they'll never play basketball again for the rest of their lives, man. So you're depriving them of playing some more basketball. So, I mean, I think it's messed up that CBS, this is my theory, CBS, they're like, oh, we got the Mountain West, so we're going to get in as many of those teams as we can. You know what I mean? Since that tournament is or that conference is in line with your station. They signed a $270 million contract, you know what I'm saying, with CBS Fox. So, it has influence. And, like we say, if you want to freaking know about something, you just follow that damn paper trail. You follow the money, it'll always lead you to the truth, man. And granted, all these schools got jacked. Not all of them, though. I'm like, Cal, man, why Cal turn it down? Cal didn't even have
no shit. Cal should have went in it. They ain't been no good. Shit, Stanford should have went in it too.
That's what I'm saying. Some of these teams I'm looked at like, man, you wasn't getting in the damn NCAA tournament anyway. But
USC and UCLA.
I think if someone invites you into a tournament like that, you should go just for the players. That's like freaking if a player or if a team gets invited to a bowl game, in most cases, I would say in 90% of the cases, they don't decline the bowl game, but players who don't want to play just don't play. So accept the tournament, go to the tournament and freaking, just don't play. Players, if they don't want to, they don't have to. So, what do you think, Red and Mike?
It is about the money. And I think that UCLA or USC, one of them could have got an at large berth, one of them in Colorado, and he never really been.
USC can't get no at large.
Not USC. UCLA was better. UCLA was better than USC. So
yeah, UCLA.
I say at least UCLA may have gotten maybe they could have gotten in, but neither one of them played that good. So, I mean, they got to understand that one thing, it's about winning. You guys wasn't winning. You can't expect just because it go by the name. UCLA, you're going by reputation on UCLA winning the most NCAA tournaments, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm not correct, I think UCLA has the most national championships. I believe so. Shit, thanks to John Wooden winning that 10-10-10 and them other ones,
Yep.
But he had the greatest team on earth. Shoot, you can never say there was a team better than UCLA. Name one that was as dominant as UCLA was back in them days. No, nobody.
It wasn't.
So they was like damn near like the Celtics of college basketball. Shoot, they was whooping it.
Not damn near. They was. They were better. Shit.
But they were better. They were more impressive. Winning 10 national championships to me is more impressive than winning 12 NBA championships or 13 like Phil Jackson has, including one as a player. I think John Wooden, he set the standard. And that's what they're going on about UCLA, and they ain't at the standard, so you're not gonna make the tournament. But I don't think you should turn down the NIT. You might win it,
Yep.
You know, I mean, it's a consolation prize. I think that's like, you know, it's like going you going to a thrift store versus going to Macy's. So
damn.
I guess they
damn.
I guess I think that's what they think it is. You know, they say we own the thrift tournament instead of the Macy's tournament. So well, you know what I'm saying. I just think, or the Neiman Markets tournament. You know how everybody go to, you know, but it is what it is. You know, they figure you driving a Porsche or you driving a Volkswagen Bug. I don't know. I just think that they who are you to turn down that? You still get money out of that. I mean, you're still getting something out of it, you know, like you said about the seniors not being able to play and just, but I get it though. I mean, it is, like I said, it is like, it's a downgrade, but you need to upgrade your team and upgrade your you know, your talent level, or upgrade your playing level to get into the tournament. That's what it's all about through the whole year, isn't it? The best teams will make the tournament. If you're not the best, then how can you be mad at going to the NIT? Say, hey, I'll take the thrift store tournament and get into the Macy's.
You sing the list, man. The thing about this list that I read to you guys, look at the teams.
There's some good teams on there. None of them, Indiana, Greg.
Man, Indiana ain't shit.
Not no more. Indiana ain't been nothing since Bobby Knight left.
Exactly. Huh? This is what I'm saying. None of these teams had a chance to win this damn NCAA tournament.
None of them was going to win it. They was all one and done. They was one and done.
Can't make a case for any of them. So I'm like, what are they talking about?
They couldn't even beat St. Mary's. St. Mary's pretty good, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, and they're in there. You know what I'm saying? Architect, what you think, man?
Yeah, I think it's just wrong, to be honest. Like if I'm a player, I'm looking at my coach, I'm looking at my school, like, what the hell wrong with y'all? Because, like you said, especially if I'm like a senior, I'm looking at this if I'm a senior, dog. Like, what the hell? Like, bro, I'm not going to the NBA. I love basketball. I love playing basketball. I want to give my all. Like, where's your pride for, regardless of whether it's the NIT or the NCAA tournament, whatever it is, where's your pride in wanting to win the whole fucking thing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, where's your competitive spirit at? I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn who got invited, who didn't, who got accepted, whatever. Like, at the end of the day, like, I don't care if you declined or you didn't get in. I'm gonna win for my school. You feel what I'm saying? Exactly. That's how I feel about it. I think the schools that declined I think it's just dumb. Like, again, it goes back to when I was talking about the NFL not caring about their players. Like, these schools don't care about their players. Now I'll never have that opportunity to be like, oh man, I played in this tournament and I won this tournament. I could just be like, oh, my school was boosie because they was in their feelings and didn't want to participate. Like,
the money.
Now, if I'm at any of these schools, right? If I'm at any of these schools, I'm hitting the transfer portal. Say goodbye to me. I'm straight up. The transfer portal is a thing now. Cool. Arizona State, Cal, Florida State, Indiana, Maryland, Memphis, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Oregon, Pitt, all them schools. Bye. If I'm your top player, I'm leaving. If I'm not a senior, I'm leaving. If I have another year if I have years of eligibility, and y'all declining tournaments, that ain't for me. I didn't come here for that. Like, goodbye. Yeah, out of here quick. This is when I'll be like, players, like, write your own narrative. Because if your schools are gonna do this to you, like, why cut your season short? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Like I said, if it was me, as soon as they declined, I would have been putting it out there. Yeah, what other schools is offering? What other schools still want me? What schools can really use my talents? Something.
Yeah, I feel you, man. That's some cold work, man.
Bronson could have got a little more of a look.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Something.
You know, and with that, we're gonna wrap it up for the week. Let everybody sign this off.
Boy, Raider Mike signing off.
You know what I'm saying? It's your boy, the Young Architect, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next week.
All right. It's Big G signing out, man. Like, share, subscribe, and see you again next week. Same day, same time. Peace. To finish.